Hey everybody, this is Jim with Harvest Harmonics, and thank you for joining us once again. And today I really just have a very quick, direct theme for you, and that is production. Okay, at the end of the day, it's very easy to promote and talk about yourself and talk about how great you are, talk about how great something is, and just be over and over again and continually send your message out. And of course, we've been doing that for the last 2.5 years now. But at the end of the day, it's all about production. Okay, it's not about what I say. It's not about what a farmer says. It's not about what a university says. It's not about what a dealer or representative says. It's not about what even the naysayers say, right? Because there's a lot of naysayers out there who would just look at something, whether it's a good thing, bad thing, or anywhere in between, and they'll just put it down because that's what they like to do. However, it's all about production, and that's really at the end of the day what it's all about. If we produce a good result, then we should be rewarded with that, right? If we are not producing a good result, then we shouldn't be rewarded with that. We took the approach when we launched this product in 2019 that no farmer was ever going to lose money with us. And so far, we're proving ourselves correct. We're proving ourselves that no farmer does lose money with us. This technology is a dramatic leap forward in terms of the production and the profitability of agriculture. And we know that in the next 5 to 10 years, everybody's going to be looking back and saying, wow, you guys still use nitrogen fertilizer? You guys are still spending money on urea? You guys are still putting potash on the soil? You guys are still doing all these things? And I mean, what are you still, what's with you, you know? And for the last 70 years, these are the kinds of things we've been doing. We've been using potash, we've been using calcium, we've been using manure, we've been using nitrogen, we're using urea. But now that the cost of everything has tripled or quadrupled, people are starting to look at other solutions. And it's about time that you looked at our solution because we are the model of efficiency in terms of agriculture. And we are producing products, we are producing results. In fact, today I wanted to share with you a recent success story. And when I say recent, I don't mean like a few months ago or 10 years ago. I mean like literally this is hot off the press. In fact, I'm going to share this with you um, as I hold on a second. Let me open this up for you guys. I want to share this with you because this result is to date the best result we've seen in the last 2 years. Um, we've seen some amazing results. I mean, if you've watched any of my shows here on Facebook, you've seen results, right? You've seen that we get 20%, 30%, 50%, and more. We see these results, okay? But in this particular case, and here's the PDF here so you can actually see it better. This is the result out of Morocco. These are table grapes, okay? We had a field where we put our Kiminasi plant booster and we had a field that we did not treat, okay? It was a relatively small farm, but this farm said, we're already using a lot of stuff. We're already have our systems already well defined and well in place. We have a magnetic water treatment system which will desalinate the water and cause the water molecules to be more absorbable. So we already know that we're getting a good result. And we don't think your Kiminasi plant booster is going to do much good. And we said, okay, try it anyway. And we got our dealer, Mohammed, over there, who himself was kind of skeptical, and he was saying, "Hey, I need to get something free. Can you send me a free unit? Can you please? I have some farmers here that want to use this, but they won't pay for it." I said, "They got to pay for it. This is not a trial device. We already know our system works." And after a little bit of negotiation, they agreed. They paid for it, and actually, I think Mohammed paid for it himself, and they're paying it back. But I want to show you what happened with this trial because this was installed in February, and we literally just got the results back literally about a week ago. So again, this is in Morocco. This was table grapes, a table grape vineyard. And here the numbers show the average number of fruit per grape cluster. That's the first metric. In other words, you have a bunch of grapes. How many grapes are actually in that cluster? Now, the average number on the control or untreated field was 61.8. Okay. The average on the Kiminasi grapes, and again, we took several clusters and we counted them up to get a broad average, was 89.6. So in the Kiminasi, we saw 27.8%, excuse me, an increase of 27.8 grapes per cluster over the average, and that's a 44.9, almost basically it's 45% increase in the number of grapes per bunch. So in other words, we're getting 1.5 times the number of grapes that you would normally get on a cluster, right? What about the average cluster weight? Okay, so if we're getting 1.5 times the cluster weight, you'd expect 1.5 times the weight, right? Well, we did a wide average of this as well. We found out that on the untreated control grapes, there was 175.6 grams per cluster per bunch, right? The Kibanashi, the average, not the biggest, not the most, the average was 654 grams per bunch. That's an increase of 479 grams per bunch. Now, again, you would expect if you're getting more grapes, 1.5 times the number of grapes to get 1.5 times the weight. But we actually had 272% increase in the weight of each cluster on the average. Again, we took several bunches, we weighed them out, and we took the average, and the average wound up being 272, almost 273% more. Now you're asking yourself, why is there a difference? Because not only are there more grapes per cluster, but the grapes are bigger, they're juicier, they're sweeter, they have more bricks, and they're way more. So they have bigger cellular density, as we've been telling you. So the average grape diameter, again, they took calipers here. You can see the difference here. The caliper range, went from 1.83 on the caliper millimeters per grape on the average to 2.33, which is an increase of 0.4 millimeters, which is basically 21% increase. So this is in the Middle East, guys. And guys, I know there's guys out there who we've already spoken to. We've already been speaking with Driscoll. We've already been speaking with some large growers. In fact, I talked to a guy today who's got 500 hectares of raspberries and blueberries. And guys, if you are growing any kind of crop, I'm telling you, the Kiminasa plant booster is the future. It is the future. You can really just take my word for it and say, okay, this is the future. You can wait until everybody's using it. It's fine. This is going to get on every farm around the world because the results are too amazing. They're too great. They're too amazing. They're too great. And that people calling me even now. The results are just too far ahead of anything else. And you will not be able to afford not to use this product in a few years. But I want to give you the opportunity of taking advantage of this right now. You can get results like this. I don't think this is the peak. I don't think this is the end all be all of the results that we can get. This just happens to be the best result we've gotten so far. I know that in the next few years, as we get more and more farms jumping on board with this, that we're going to see results of 300%, 500%, 700%, maybe 1,000%. I would not be surprised to see 10x increase in yield with the Kiminasa plant booster. The bottom line is, whether we get 10% or 20% or 200%, we are going to make you more money with the Kiminasa plant booster. We're going to help you save money on fertilizers with Kiminasa plant booster, and we're going to help you create a better, healthier, better quality crops so that everybody on this planet can eat healthier. That is our mission here at Harvest Harmonics, to make people healthier, get people the nutrition that they need, and help farmers make more money in the process. You guys work too long and too hard not to put a lot of money in your pocket for all that hard work. And if you're not making a lot of money as a farmer right now, or you just don't feel like you're making enough, you need to be using the Kiminasa plant booster, because the entire purpose of our company is to help you make more money. I got a couple questions here. I want to answer them. Does this technology change the metabolism of plants? Very good question. A couple people asked the question. And the answer is yes, it does. That's the whole point of the Kiminasa plant booster. It has a tuning euphoric effect where we're helping make plants more resilient to negative environmental impacts so that they're resilient to these stress factors and they produce the highest amount of energy possible through photosynthesis. And again, you've seen results on all of our shows. You've seen 40%, 70%, 270% increases in yield. And if that's something that you want to see on your farm, then it's time to get started, guys. It's time to get off the couch. It's time to pull out the credit card. It's time to pull out the checkbook and invest in something that's going to make you a lot more money in the future. It's time to stop writing checks to the fertilizer companies and old technologies that are just costing you more and more money every year and not delivering the result that you want. It's time to start investing in technologies and equipment and products that are going to move you forward into greater and greater efficiency and make you more money now and in the future. So if that sounds good to you, I urge you guys send us an email here at service@harvestharmonics.com, or of course you can go to our website or call us at 727-324-6750, or go to our website at harvestharmonics.com. If you haven't seen our case studies, if you haven't seen our science videos which show you how our technology works, go to our website at harvestharmonics.com and check it out, because you can get all the information right there. And then give me a call. I want to talk to you. I want to help you. I want to make sure your farm becomes part of the future of farming today. And there is no innovation in agriculture that is producing the kinds of results consistently like the community plant booster. So if that sounds like something you want to get behind and get on your farm, then give me a call today. Let's get you set up for this year, and let's get you becoming part of the future of farming today. Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you.